What a day. What a day. So I'll start with the bad news first, and then we'll move on to the good news, because why not end on a happy note? Because it is a happy day. Although there were a few issues, minor issues, it is a really good day. And you got some really awesome furniture. So, the bad news first. The two things. And third, that was, well, I guess you might call it third. Three things. So, sorry, four, because there's the rails. So three things of damage, one things of, well, more damage actually. So we've got this scratch here. There was 3 flakes of paint, which I took a picture of, and then after I took the picture, I rubbed it to see if it was fresh, and they fell right off. So it was definitely fresh paint, and I did not see that glaring scratch right there. So we will ask them to touch that up. And they say yes, problem solved, right? So then we come in here, and as I'm talking to you on the phone, la da 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 da, I look over here, and this is definitely not something that was there before, as I'm sure you could say better than me, having watched my videos many times more. Yeah, I know you're probably saying to yourself, pardon my French, but what the fuck, right? That's unacceptable. Yeah, definitely unacceptable. So we will ask them to remediate that with whatever means they have. Who knows, if they can't fix it, maybe we'll get this room carpeted too. But anyhow, so there's that. And then third issue was the screw we found on the ground. Thank God I didn't step on it, and I wasn't in need of medical attention. But it was about a 1/4 inch. It was just one of these little bracket screws, and there was many, 1, 2, 3, 4. But he put it back in right on the spot. He said, "Oh, I found out where it goes." So then he put it in there, and no problem, all done. So then I find a washer on the floor. I'm like, "Hey, where does this go?" And he's like, "Oh, extra." I'm like, "Okay." So then I'm looking around some more, and I see over on this side, not one but 2 washers now. I'm like, "Oh, is that extra also?" And he says, and he's just kind of like silent for a while. I'm like, "Is there a certain number of extra that should come in a box?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay. So how many would that be? Like 1 or 2? And he's like, "Oh yeah, 1 or 2. I'm like, I shouldn't have said anything. I should just left him on the spot and let the words hang, because then I feel like I fed him a line. I'm like, "Oh, funny, those are the exact same words I just said." But I guess so. There's those. I took some pictures underneath. I want your opinion on them to see if what it is it's a, yeah, I know, distracting beautiful view in the background, but yeah, look at me. So I took some pictures of underneath where those screws would connect at the end here and the end there. There's 2 bolts on each end, and then again on this end as well, and here and there. So I took some pictures, and I want your opinion on whether those pictures look like they contain a bolt and then a spring washer and then a larger washer that's flat, that doesn't have this spring function where it disconnects like that. See how it's kind of like, you can tell it's not a full circle. It's called a spring washer. And then a flat washer is just flat and it connects all the way around. And it's larger and flatter, and not quite as thick. So these are 2 spring washers, so they should be with a bolt and a flat washer. So I will leave these inside the drawer over here. And then the 4th issue is just those rails, and so I still need to get an ETA on those. They'll call me as soon as they have one, or at least they said they would. But aside from that, here's your beautiful Oxford Queen storage bed with ample storage in each of these bottom drawers. I inspected them all thoroughly. And what a way to hang your feet over the bed in the morning and look out at that. And you've got your comforter here, and your bed there, or your pillow there, and you've got your drawer here. It's 2 handles and a deep bin, and it looks like there's also kind of a shh, don't tell anybody. False bottom. Well, you can. It's not really secret though, because there's a hole there, so it must be for like putting in wires or something. I don't know. Not quite sure why it has a hole in it, but then there's this drawer as well too, and this is staple here, so you just pull that off. It's got some jingly some extra parts, I think. And so then you've got your beautiful bar stools with all of their awesomeness. So you've got some good clearance here for your legs to go. You can kind of see the height in comparison to that. This is just kind of, I wanted you to know this so that you can kind of determine, is this definitely what I want? Because it's certainly functional, but some people prefer something a little bit lower. We have 5 days to return them. If that's, you're like, oh, I didn't want them that high, I didn't realize how high it was there, and you can return them, no questions asked, without flaws or defects or anything like that. And just, so then you can see though, my legs do fit underneath, but I just couldn't scoot all the way in. So there's a little bit of space, but as you can see without me moving the chair, there's still plenty of clearance. So if I were to be in that last one there and pull it out just as much, that you still have plenty of room to walk by here. I left the tags on. I don't know if you want me to take those off or not, but these chairs are awesome. And I love the color and the texture and the feel and the smell. They're awesome. So then moving on to the coffee tables. These are absolutely gorgeous. I haven't moved the TV up yet, as you can see, but I'll have Misty help me with that, and we'll be very careful to put that on. And then this is a different height, but level with your arm here. So you can be chilling on the couch, set your drink right there. It's perfect. So, and then it hides the wire nicely. That would be under here. You can't really see it. Well, yeah, you can kind of see it from there, but not from there. You otherwise would be able to. So it provides some concealment for the wires, which is nice. And then let's see. Also wanted to know if you wanted me to put the placemats out, or if you want me to leave them in here. I just kind of put everything away so you can come to a nice, fresh, clean condo. And then I'll put these plates inside the dishwasher. Here's your little coffee bar. And then here's your Cuisinart. Easy for me to say. Put away there. And you still have your silverware there. We can find a silverware organizer for that. And then we've got all of your stuff in here. We've got your padlocks. The receipt that I didn't sign today, I said 1 by 3 inch smudge on floor, 3 inch scratch on entry door, refused to sign. Delivery personnel and print recipient both took pictures of damages, initialed all but interior property. So it's saying that there was no damage to exterior, wood floor, and furniture inspection, but not interior property. So there's that. And then here is the queen bed parts that we do have. We've got the end table, which looks really nice, and is also the same style. Looks like 2 drawers, but is just one. And then you've got the drawers here as well in the footer, and there's the headboard. And then this is the pieces, I believe, that go across, connecting the rails. So the rails would be on either side of the bed like that, but then these would go across the rails, and the rails would connect to the header and the footer, bridging the gap, and then the rails sit on along parallel to the header and footer holding the bed. So they were unable to assemble it. So instead of having a headboard that could fall forward onto somebody, or these drawers that might not be stay sturdy properly like they would when they're assembled, just left them in there to kind of be out of the way. Yeah, so I just put the mattress back and left the plastic underneath to protect it from any possible dust mites, if any exist. But it hasn't been lived in for a while, so I don't know what they could be surviving on, if any did exist. But yeah, and then your soundbar came today too. I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but I'm thinking we can just, and it's really flat too, so we could just set that on there in front of the TV, and then set the TV on top behind it. And I think that would look really good. So everything is coming together. We just need to wait for the ETA on the rails, and then get the car and pick that up on July 6th, and we should be good, and we'll be all set. But it looks amazing. It really is, and you've got this beautiful furniture to look at this beautiful view, this killer condo, 2 blocks away from your granddaughter, and wow, it's you have a beautiful condo, and it is pretty much fully furnished. So congratulations, this is awesome.